Okay, guys, in Denim and Leather podcast, in the 41st episode, we have Helena Kotina. I said it right?
It's Kotina.
Kotina. Yeah. Helena Kotina, okay, from Greece. For me, virtuoso player on the guitar. Thank you for accepting the offer to come to the show. By the way, now
thank you.
Now known for playing in the band Nervosa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for having me to your show, of course.
Of course.
And yeah, as you said, right now I'm with Nervosa. You know, actually the last 2 or 3 years it's been already a couple of times. But yeah, right now we're here.
I just had a call with a friend from Athens. We were talking about psyched about Twisted Sister reunion, and it just happened, you know, today. So we're psyched and talking about it. And I told them that you are gonna be a guest on the show, and they were like, "Wow, amazing! I love that girl. I saw her with Paul Diano and with Gus G."
Yeah. Actually, this was a great moment for me, and in general, it was one of the best things I experienced as a musician, because like having the chance to be on stage with Paul Diano and Gus G, I think that was like 3 years ago, in the end of 2022, for 3 killer shows in Athens and Thessaloniki, was really one of my best experiences until now.
Amazing.
Yes, it was like was like a kind of going to school for me. You know.
You will tell me about it later on. I wanna begin asking you about your beginnings in music. When did you start with guitar or with music in general?
Mm-hmm. Like my first contact with let's say rock and more like heavy metal or hard rock music was when I was around like 10 or 11 years old, and that was because of my my older brother, that he was very much into it already for years and years. And yeah, like a couple of years later, like 2 or 3 years maximum later, I was like watching a DVD from Scorpion, which is my favorite band, and that was the exact moment that I said, like, I want to pick up the guitar, and this is the thing that I would like to do in my life.
Wow.
Yeah, so I picked up the guitar when I was around 13 or 14 years old. I started the first lessons.
So you started learning from Rudolf Schenker and from
absolutely.
and from Matthias Jabs, yeah.
Oh, totally. These are still like my heroes till today.
Yeah. Which is your favorite album from Scorpions, maybe?
Oh, like, you know, it's always hard to pick up one, and especially from a band that has like a 60 years of history and so many albums and so many different eras in there. But I don't know, I always say like Love at First Thing is my favorite one.
Yes, my favorite also. Yeah. I love their earlier stuff, but Love at First Thing has that hard and heavy edge, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I love the older days. I love the era with Uli John Roth and Flight to the Rainbow and all this period. But, you know, during the 80s, they just exploded. They became huge, and it's the total classic hard rock thing that you can find.
Yeah.
I love it.
Also, I love their production on that record. Before they became a more polished sound, you know, in the later albums, they still have the raw thing, you know.
Yeah. Exactly. Basically, I think it was like this sequence of albums from Love Drive and Blackout and Love at First Thing. I think like all this period over there and all the albums they released at this like decade, they were all like one-to-one.
Yes, yes, yes. Of course, of course. Right on. So you started pretty early with the guitar?
Mm-hmm.
Like 12? No?
Sorry, what?
How many years did you have when you started playing?
I started when I was 14, so now it's around like 16 years
Yeah, yeah.
that I'm playing guitar.
Okay, and you formed a band quickly or no?
What?
A band. You formed a band very quickly after that, after beginning with the guitar?
Uh, the first band that I formed, I was around 16 years old, so it was not long.
After.
It was like it took me like 2, maximum 3 years to form a band from the time that I started to play, and it was of course like this kind of school bands and cover bands mostly. We did some gigs in my home city, and maximum we had like 2 songs as a demo.
Yeah.
And we were playing like enough gigs in my home city and in some cities around, like in the same area. But yeah, this was my first thing ever, and it was the band that introduced me, to making live shows, being in venues, to have the first experience as being a guitar player.
Yeah, good, good, good. And then I know that maybe it was later on, but you became a bass player first for Nervosa, right?
Yeah, actually, it's a pretty weird way, and I know that most of the people are getting a bit confused because actually we started talking together with Prika right after the release of the previous album of Perpetual Chaos.
Okay.
Because she thought that it was like the right point to finally put another guitar in the band. But we just started to talk, and she explained to me that we can start working together, and like in the next steps of the band and in the next album. But still, we cannot announce that because the band just released their latest album back then. So they had to finish the whole, cycle for the Perpetual Chaos album with the lineup that it was back then. So like behind the scenes, it was some months or almost a year that we've been working together and talking. And I think in the summer of 2022, I had like a last minute call to join in for the Latin American tour as a bass player, because the bass player could not make it. It was like a long tour. It was like 2 months of a tour. So they needed like a quick solution. I knew their set list, but on guitar.
Yeah.
So I used to play a bit of bass and mostly recording mainly. I never played live in a live show as a bassist. So like I knew the songs, I knew the parts. So I had like a couple of weeks to practice everything and say, okay, let's do it. I mean, and it was, I'm really glad I made that tour actually, because it was like a very good chance for me to live the whole touring thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the real touring thing, like more than, I was used to do like a couple of small tours here and there, but this was like a totally other thing. It was like 33 shows in Latin America, which is hard. So I'm glad I did it because I had totally the chance to experience everything in there.
Yeah, that's like coming out of your comfort zone,
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
It was like coming out of all my comfort zone because it was like a bass. It was like a long tour, totally in the other side of the world.
Yeah, different continent. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, good. How long after that you had to pass before you became a guitar player for them?
Yeah, actually, I just played bass for that tour.
Yeah.
For these 2 months, and I think like a couple of months later, we were in Malaga, in Spain, to record the Jailbreak album, and that was the point that they announced me officially as a guitar player. So it was like January of 2023 or something, if I remember correct.
Great. So you played bass and guitar on that album, or only bass?
No, by that time I played only in the album,
Yeah.
I recorded the guitars and some bass parts.
Yeah.
But in that tour, I was just the bass player.
Yeah. But the album, great.
In the album, yes, guitar and some bass parts too.
So now this summer, do you tour this summer with them?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, this summer we had actually we had a couple of things going on because we started from early June with some festivals over Europe, and then we had a tour going on with Cradle of Filth, and then with the Canadian band the 3 Inches of Blood. And then we had some more festivals in between of the tours. So like June and July, they were kind of busy months.
Also, you supported Cradle of Filth on the tour, or? Yeah.
Absolutely. We had a couple of gigs with them in June, and most part of the tour, like the second part of the tour with them, was in July.
Great. Now you're finished for the summer tour, or what are you doing next?
Yeah, like we finished a couple of weeks before. We just had in August we had like just few festivals left, and by the end of August we played the last festival in Portugal. In a festival in Portugal around the Porto city. And now we have a bit of a gap. And in September, just to, rest, take a break, a bit of vacation still. And then in October, we start again touring.
Oh, great. But by the way, with Nervosa, you have, how many recordings do you have with them?
Main albums?
Albums, yeah.
For me, it was just the last one. It was just Jailbreak.
The one 2 years ago, yeah.
Yes.
You are maybe preparing a new record?
I think it's about time. Yeah, totally. Look, it's like we always work in between the gaps because we have a lot of dates during the year.
Yeah.
And but we also, have to release another album. So we've been working in all the gaps that we had during this year. And yes, of course we're recording and we're in the process of a new album. But of course I cannot say further when it's gonna be released and stuff, but absolutely we're working.
But you have
it's totally the correct timing right now.
Yeah, you have new songs and stuff, yeah. But it probably gonna be in 2026 maybe, right? Probably.
Yeah. Somewhere over there. Yes.
I see that you cannot talk about it, okay?
Yeah. It's better to be a surprise for everybody, right?
Yes, of course. Do you have your I know you have an EP, right? As a solo artist or as a band?
I have both. like before Nervosa, the first thing I had when I moved to the city that I'm living now, we met a band. It was more like it's called Daffodil, and it's more like a goth metal band. And yeah, we had an EP, we had a whole album recorded. Then we had COVID, so it was like a lot of delays because of that. And then by that time, I also released my personal EP, which was just more like a studio project, let's say.
Yeah.
Because I just had a lot of songs and a lot of ideas already in my pocket. So I said, okay, I have a lot of time free, and why not? Why not? Yeah, I really wanted to, to put this thing out, put all the ideas out, and also like put myself into something a bit different that I was used to, because it's like another thing working with the band and composing the songs all together, and it's totally different thing to work on your own.
Yes. Yes. And you released it only digitally, or you released maybe CDs or vinyl or something?
No, it was digital, and it was also released as a CD and like a hard copy.
Yeah.
And this was through New Dream Records back then.
Okay.
Yeah. And as I told you, it was more like a studio project. I mean, it's a thing that I like to do. I would do this thing again. Like if there was a gap anywhere, I would really like to make something totally in the studio.
Yeah.
But no time now.
Yeah, of course. Before was it before you joined Nervosa? Your high time in your career was playing with Paul Diano and with Gus G, right?
Yes, totally.
Okay, how did that happen?
Sorry, what?
How did that happen?
About Paul Diano?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm answering the first question. Like the gigs with Paul Diano was totally like a big thing for me and huge experience. And before that, with my other band, Daffodil, we started to do a couple of shows and a couple of tours supporting other big bands from the goth metal scene. So I started to, getting into the thing, into more like a professional thing, into bigger stages, bigger venues, and trying to catch the whole, idea of how everything is. And about the gigs with Paul Diano, I remember we were still in the Latin American tour, and I remember we were in the last part. I was in Brazil actually, and I had like a message like Paul Diano is gonna do a tour in Greece. And we're setting up the band to do the gigs, and there will be like rehearsals and everything. And if you're interested to be like a guitar player, but I had no clue which the other band members would be. I had no clue. And I knew that it's gonna be a couple of gigs. I knew the dates, and I mean, of course, I said like yes, like almost instantly, because also the dates were totally convenient. I was coming back from the tour, and then it was like a gap because of vacation and Christmas. The recordings with Nervosa were like a couple of months later, so it was like the timing was like just perfect in there.
Yeah.
And after a couple of days, I had they're sending the set list of which is of course was like the two first albums of Iron Maiden. And I was also informed that Gus G is gonna be other guitarists.
Wow.
And I was like, okay. Like, it was like a dream. You were on stage. And I was looking to my right side. I was playing songs from Iron Maiden that we all love.
Yeah.
And everybody was screaming because, especially in Greece, and the first two albums are completely loved from the audience. And everybody was screaming the melodies and everything. And I was looking to my right side, and I was singing whole piano, and then Gus G, and I said, "Fuck, it's a nice thing."
Yeah. Amazing. You did 2 shows?
Actually, it was 3.
3?
I think if I'm correct, it was planned to be 2 shows, one in Athens and one in Thessaloniki. But the show in Athens, the first one was got sold out, kind of immediately, and we had a second date. And then the next one was Thessaloniki. So it was 2 nights in Athens, one after the other. And
Awesome.
after was one night in Thessaloniki.
Where was it in Thessaloniki? Was it 8 Ball or was it Principal?
No, it was the principal. And it was it was in another location. It's not the location that principal is now. I think it was in another location, and it was, I think, from the last shows that they were doing in that venue, in that location, right after they moved it to the place that it's now.
Okay. I think I know the old Principal. I think I know.
I really cannot recall the name of the area in Thessaloniki.
I think it was the road to the airport or something like that, I think.
No, it was.
No, it wasn't?
No, it was close to the port more.
Maybe,
it was
maybe. It was
Yeah,
like an old theater, like a circle, or it is not that one? No, it's not that one.
No.
Okay, so
Maybe I think this venue changed a couple of locations.
a few times. Okay, yeah.
During the year, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think the by the time that we played in that venue, it was somewhere close to the port of
okay.
Thessaloniki. Yeah.
Okay. They changed more times. Okay. Now, what are your maybe future plans or maybe side projects? Are you doing something like that, or you're fully into Nervosa and that's it?
Yeah. Actually, no. It's fully Nervosa. There's no stop anywhere. And we have a small gap during September.
Yeah.
But the whole October we will be in a tour. Actually, a dream tour for London, because it's together with Testament, Obituary, and Distraction.
Wow.
So
Amazing.
it's totally
Amazing.
We all really look forward
Awesome.
and waiting for this tour to start.
Awesome.
And then we have some more plans till this year finished. We will probably announce at some point. We have a lot of stuff actually.
Okay. Great.
And yeah, actually there's no time for something else right now.
Good.
Yeah, because I mean, in the gaps that we have in between the tours, most of the times we're working behind the scenes, or sometimes visit family, friends, relax a bit here and there, and then touring again.
Awesome. What kind of gear do you use? What kind of guitars do you use?
Actually, right now I'm using Dean guitars. It's kind of lately that I tried some models from them, and
You're endorser. You're endorser. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I have to say that I really like them. I used to play with Sector guitars before, but yeah, now I have the Dean guitars, and then for amplifiers I have Blackstar. I'm using the Blackstar amplifier. Of course, depends the tour, and depends the needs, of each tour. Sometimes I'm using the Blackstar. I'm having the amplifier and the cabinet, in the real, the real analog way. And sometimes if it's like too much traveling and very tight, like changeovers, you go the other way with all the, digital things.
Yeah.
You make everything fast. So yeah, depends. But in general, I am endorsed by Blackstar amplifiers, and yeah, I have Blackfire pickups.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the main things are Dean guitars, Blackstar amplifiers, Blackfire, Rotosound strings. Yeah.
Great, good gear. And okay, Helena. I wish you luck in the future endeavors with Nervosa and maybe with your other projects if you have in future. And I'll try to catch you somewhere on tour. We'll see each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you for this interview.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Yamas.
Yamas.